up, BC? It's Brian here with Cosmic Vinyl. Here to do a quick little vinyl finds video. I can't hear, it's too goddamn loud. Let me turn that down for you.
Oh, hello there. I am the Maharishi. I am a yogi. I am Brian Servine's yogi from Cosmic Vinyl. I am helping him find enlightenment. I helped the Beatles. I helped many bands find enlightenment. Peekaboo.
It's just me. Alright, yeah. If you're wondering what that little goofiness is all about, is I found this kind of a weird record down at this thrift shop here locally. It's the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. Got all psychedelic flowers on the back there. I have never seen this around before, so for $2 I decided to pick it up. And it's basically side one is it's called Love, and it just is teachings about love, and it's in the background is playing, you know, like the Indian music and just him talking about love and all these little teachings and things to turn us on so we don't tune out. Anyway, I picked that up and probably won't listen to it a whole lot, but thought it was cool anyway, just because the cover alone. And then what we're listening to right now is a little group called Point Blank. It's kind of a cool cover. I noticed last time I didn't take off my cover, the plastic cover, so I was getting a lot of glare. But this is a band called Point Blank. They're like from the 70s. I don't really know a whole lot about them. I just remember a couple of their tunes, but that's a fire hazard right there. I don't care what anybody says. You don't have to be an electrician to figure out that is not safe. But here's kind of a cool little sleeve with the band there. These guys look like some cool dudes. This guy's got his like sailor outfit on or whatever he's got going. Typical 70s denim rocking there. You got the Lemmy look-alike there with the belt buckle and the beard and mustache and the cowboy shirt. And you got this guy, he's probably the toughest guy in the band, probably kicks everybody's butt. That's Point Blank, that's what we're listening to. You might not recognize any of their songs, but there's one called Nicole that I remember from when I was younger that was a pretty good hit. They got, you know, they're a hard rock band. Here's this is gonna be a vinyl finds video before I jump right into this. I have picked up so much stinking vinyl over the last like few weeks that I could make videos until the cows come home. But I'm just gonna show a few things I've picked up, but I've got enough to make videos like crazy, which I will eventually. But there's something I picked up a few days ago. This is just your Draw the Line by Aerosmith. It's a band that doesn't get a lot of love here in the VC for some reason. I mean, Aerosmith, these guys are icons. Steven Tyler, Joe Perry, the Toxic Twins. I mean, come on, one of the biggest comebacks in rock and roll history. This has got Draw the Line, Kings and Queens, The Hand That Feeds. I mean, this is a good rock and roll record. Yeah, so I'm gonna be picking up some more Aerosmith for sure. All right, I'm just gonna jump right in and start showing some of this stuff. This is the Hollies. This is Evolution, and this is the U.S. press, not the UK copy, but the U.S. press. The UK copy actually has a cover by the Fool, who did a lot of like psychedelic record covers, you know, back in the '60s. But yeah, this is I guess the title itself tells that the Hollies were evolving from like a pop rock group to a more like a kind of a psychedelic sound. Even though they do have a song on here called Carrie Ann, which is still pretty much cemented in their pop rock type vein. But this is their debut album. That's not their day. This is one of 2 albums released in 1968, I believe, and it's a cool record and definitely got some great songs on it. I'm definitely digging this. I got this just for a few bucks online. It's got a little ring wear and stuff, but I mean, I'm always down for like a cover like that. I'm always going to be looking into it for sure. And if it's got some good, some good rock songs on it, even I can even deal with some of the lighter songs. I'm all about it. So I definitely picked that one up. Let's see here. Get a little drinky here too. I got the Diet Coke going today again. My koozie, it says Big's Floor Service. Big or small, we lay them all. Not a bad mantra, I guess. Anyway, I gotta work later, so sticking with the soft drink. Thought about waiting and filming after work, but I wanted to get this out of the way. This is another one I picked up online. Stumbled upon this for like $2. Fat Mattress. This is Noel Redding, his band. He was a guitarist and vocalist in this band. Noel Redding, obviously, he's with the Jimi Hendrix Experience. He's the bassist for Jimi Hendrix. There's the band on the inside of the gatefold here. Fat Mattress got their, well, I guess if you want to call it a big break. They actually opened up for the Jimi Hendrix Experience. So Noel actually had to do double time playing with Fat Mattress, and then of course playing with the Hendrix Experience too. So they had a modest hit on this record called Magic Forest. So I like this record, and it's listed as folk rock, but I don't know. There's some parts. It's just a rock album too, and there's a little bit of Psych in there too. But yeah, I like this a lot. I think I've seen this shown in the VC a few times. Anybody who's got who shows psychedelic records has showed this one at one time or another. So yeah, Fat Mattress. It's definitely gonna stick around. Let's see what else here. A couple albums here by the group the Kingsman. The Kingsmen were a San Diego group that, oh God, they're not the San Diego group. I'm getting this mixed up with somebody else. The Kingsmen came out in like the late 50s, early 60s. You might know them for having the hit song. They had a hit with their version of Louie Louie. Excuse me, I gotta get a drink here. And this is kind of like what I would describe as kind of like an early garage rock. And they have, and this, I got, actually there's 2 records here. I got Kingsman Volume 3 and Kingsman's On Campus. I really need to get these 2 because I want to complete the cycle, the Kingsman in person and Kingsman Volume 2. This is one with Louie Louie, obviously, and this, the Volume 3 has, and these both sound like live records. I mean, there's like crowd noise during the whole thing, so I guess they're live. I didn't realize they were. But yeah, this is the roots of rock and roll right here. I dig these. These are kind of like garage rock. And their songs only last like, none of them are any longer than 2 minutes a piece. And They got like Jolly Green Giant. That's Cool, That's Trash. I Go Crazy. Tall Cool One. This one's got a hard Beatles cover, Hard Day's Night. And I Like It Like That. It goes, in the name of the places, I like it like that. If you've never heard of it, now you have. Stand By Me. The Climb. And not the Miley Cyrus version either. Sticks and Stones. I mean, this is, I love this. And, you know, of course, the Louie, it kind of reminds you of like college rock. And boy, look at these guys. They look like college rock. I showed that to my daughter. She goes, who are those guys? The Wiggles? And I thought that was pretty funny since they all had their different colored sweaters there. Regardless what these guys look like, they are wearing the rock and roll boots. I don't care what anybody says. And they do rock. So I dig these. I dig this era of music. So what do I got next here? All right. And this is something I picked up too that I'm very happy that I grabbed. It's obviously a repress. It's a new release by Wanda Jackson. Wanda is killer. She's got a great like rock and roll, like kind of almost not gravelly, but or she's like a rockabilly voice. She's the queen of rockabilly or the first lady of rockabilly. This is amazing. I didn't really even know about Wanda Jackson until I 33 RPM vinyl. Jeff over there had a video with his favorite female artists, and this was one of the ones he showed. And as soon as he played the sample, I was like, holy crap, I've got to find some of her stuff. Yeah, could rock with the best of the guys. She actually was on tour with Elvis Presley, and they dated a little bit while they were on tour together. The standout tracks on this are There's a Party Going On, Bye Bye Baby, Hard Headed Woman. Tongue Tied is just a great track. She just kills it. Man, We Had a Party. I'm glad that I was turned on to this, and I'm glad I took a shot at it. She is something else. I'll tell you what, if you like chicks that can rock and early rock and roll rockabilly, this is her right here, man. She kills it. Wanda Jackson. She is amazing. Alright. Moving right along here. Picked up a couple of Iron Butterfly records. I've always kind of, I should have had these a long time ago. I mean, I really like Iron Butterfly a lot. The reason I hadn't picked these up is because every time I see them, they're always all junked out. I've had Inagado Davida for a while, and then they're live, Iron Butterfly live. But every time I find this one in Ball, they're always all junked out. But I finally found a couple of good copies that I think I paid a little over $5 for the two of them. So, but this is heavy, and this is their debut record. They are the San Diego band I was talking about earlier. Before this album was completed, all but two of the band members just up and quit. So I'm sure it was musical differences. And again, I'm going to refer to Jeff over at 33 RPM Vinyl. He told about how they some of the members of this band went on to form another kind of psych rock band or hard rock band called Rhinoceros, which is another great record, by the way. But when the guitar player and one of the guitar players that left this band, at that time they were without a guitar player, and three guys that were interested in joining Iron Butterfly at the time were none other than Jeff Beck, Neil Young, and Michael, what was his name? Michael Monarch, who ended up being the guitar player for Steppenwolf. So, yeah, these guys always had a hard time holding a core band together for some reason. Mostly, I think it ended up was because it was musical differences. Some of the bands wanted to go to a more, wanted to stay with the hard rock type stuff, which I would have been happy they would have stuck with. But some of them wanted to go a different direction. So, but this record, the tracks on this are Possession and Unconscious Power, awesome. And also you'll foresee what's to come on the Inagata Devita with the song Iron Butterfly theme, which is the last song on side B, or the B side. And I just love this. I never realized that was a frigging ear until somebody had to point it out to me. I always thought that was a statue of some kind of creature and that was supposed to be the head. I'm such an idiot. It's an ear. Duh. But I like this album cover. It's really cool. But yeah, another thing about Iron Butt, here's Ball too that I got. Ball, when I've heard things that anything after Inagata Devita is not that great, but I heard the first track off of this called In the Time of Our Lives, and I thought, are you kidding me? This is gonna kick ass. Well, then it kind of, it fell off a little bit after that, but it's still a good album. What's the other one on here that I kind of liked? I think it's called It Must Be Love, maybe. But yeah, I like both of these records. So, of course, they'll be the band that was known that missed out on Woodstock because of they couldn't get there. They were stranded, I think, maybe I want to say that in New York or I don't remember but they requested that a helicopter come out and pick them up and deliver them to the concert. Well, then they ended up with the famous telegram that was sent to them that said, and it was an animatgram for each sentence started with something that spelled out F-U, telling them basically that they were welcome at the concert anymore. But you know what? They went on to perform at a lot of other festivals and stuff, and everybody knows who Iron Butterfly is, so they didn't lose anything really by not being there, I guess. But yeah, some good records that I picked up from the Iron Butterfly. So, and I might pick up the one after this one, the Metamorphosis, but I listened to some of it today, and I'm kind of on the fence. If I can get it cheap, I'll probably pick it up. But yeah, little Iron Butterfly. All right, what's next here? This is something that I've gotten recently that I'm real happy with, and obviously it's a repress, but The Seeds, woo, love it. This is your snotty garage punk record. I have to say, these guys' haircuts, I'd say the Ramones must have took something out of these guys, the idea for their haircuts from these guys, because that guy right there has definitely the kind of the Ramones cut. That guy too. It must have been something that was popular cut back then. That guy has the Glenn Danzig haircut with the chops coming down, the long black hair kind of pulled back. So yeah, this is check these guys out on the front. He's got his long moccasin boots, and he's ready to kick ass and take names. Got his headband. So yeah, The Seeds. This is obviously known for Pushing Too Hard and Can't Seem to Make You Mine. And I guess to make it sound snottier, all you have to do after each time you sing something, you just go, oh, can't seem to get you mine, oh, and then it makes it more punky and more snotty. So it worked for them. And the singer Sky Saxon, if you look at him, he kind of reminds me of one of the Gallagher brothers from Oasis, the singer. can't remember if it was Liam or the other guy. But anyway, it kind of looks like him a little bit right there. But yeah, these guys are a great band. I don't need to tell anybody else that. I'm looking forward to getting some other Seeds records, but I don't need to tell anybody how great the Seeds are. Everybody knows that in the VC. So, out of all the records I show today, this is the one I looked the most forward to getting. I ordered it online, and this is the one that I really like this, but I'm kind of mixed on it a little bit. But this is called A Giant Crab Comes Forth. This is on the mighty Uni label, which I love. Who doesn't, right? Everybody likes the Uni label. And I actually, this is original too, and this is just in great, I mean, even the corners on this. Of course, it does have the hole punch, but everything else about this record is just minty. I mean, obviously you can't call it mint, but it's tasty, and it just screams psychedelia. But this is more. I mean, it has its psychedelic moments. There's some fuzzed out guitars, and there's some crazy weirdness. Actually, the introduction is this DJ, Los Angeles DJ. What was his name? I got it written down here. I'm just gonna refer to my notes here. DJ Johnny Fairchild, and he reads this opening like almost like he's introducing a movie or something, and this whole intro that he reads is kind of like this story about this giant crab attacking, and he incorporates every title of every song in order throughout this diatribe, and it's set to like some weird, epic background stuff, and it's pretty cool way to introduce. But this has got a lot of like pop sensibility to it. It's also got some blue-eyed soul, and I thought I was disappointed at first, but I've listened to this now a few times, and now I'm really digging this record. And there's a song on there that's really fuzzy at the beginning called Hotline Conversation. There's another great song called Lydia Purple, and Through the Fields is another great effort, and The Chance You Take. Those are all great songs on this record. It's fuzzy and point. It's got some cool organ. The harmonies, the vocal harmonies are pretty awesome. And the guy's voice is kind of not a baritone. I mean, it's not super deep, but it's more like almost like a Moody Blues kind of voice rather than a high. It's definitely not this kind of voice. It's more polished but yeah, Giant Crab. Check it out. I wish this would be my thumbnail. Giant Crab. Anyway, it won't. What else do I got here? And now I'm just gonna move into a totally different direction that for no reason at all I'm showing Welcome to My Nightmare by Alice Cooper. This is of course after Alice broke away from the original Alice Cooper band. Still rocking it. This has everything from horror element to it with Vincent Price narrates part of a song, the Welcome to My Nightmare song. Also, or Devil's Food, that Black Widow song as well. It also touches on some necrophilia, like Cold Ethel is the song. It's all tongue-in-cheek humor. Alice Cooper, that was kind of his thing. wasn't, you know, like he really wanted to love the dead or anything. But I hope not. But anyway, also touches on a little like domestic abuse with Only Women Bleed. This is actually a concept record. It revolves around the nightmares of a young boy named Steven. And yeah, I've always liked this record. I remember there was a kid back in junior high that I knew. He had this T-shirt, and I was jealous as hell because I always thought Alice Cooper was, you know, something that. And that kid was kind of one of those like hippie dudes that smoked outside the school and stuff. And I always wanted to hang out with those guys, but you know, I didn't fit in there. I played sports, but I wasn't a jock. And I smoked weed, but I wasn't a stoner. So I don't know where I kind of fit in. So who knows, whatever. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. See, I ramble. But anyway, yeah, you gotta love the Coop. And the band he used for this record was Lou Reed's band formerly. So yeah, what can be said? This is the Coop. Special guest star Vincent Price. So yeah, this is pretty awesome. I don't know why that fell into this group of records, but all right, next. This is gonna raise a few eyebrows probably, but the Greta Van Fleet. Okay, this always evokes a nice debate here in the VC, it seems like. And I'm sorry about this. Got the shrink on it, so I'm sure there's a little bit of a glare. I won't hold it up too much, but I broke down and bought this because it was like under $20, and it was a sealed copy. It was at Walmart. I seen it and I thought, well, why the heck not? And you know, you hear how it's a complete Led Zeppelin ripoff, and I put the needle down and I listened to the first song. It's called the first one's called Age of Man. And I think to myself, this guy doesn't sound anything like Led Zeppelin. It sounds like some crazy, gravelly voice little kid, it sounded just like a kid yelling. And then, of course, after it got past that track, then you could hear there were the Led Zeppelin references all over it. So I have to agree, this does sound a lot like, and definitely influenced by Led Zeppelin, but you know what? I don't really have a problem with that, I don't think. I mean, we're always saying like how we want it, you know, we want music that sounds like the old school, the classic rocks. Gosh, there sure is more bands today that are like Led Zeppelin and, you know, the classic rock stylings, you know, of the late 60s and 70s, and you know, we got it. I mean, this is it right here. So I'm gonna give this a shot. I like it. So yeah, I'll probably pick up some other of the Greta Van Fleet. You know, it's just one of those things, man. And I kind of like that album cover. It almost looks like a face, like two eyes, nose, and there's a mouth there. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. There's people like off in the distance here. Could be an alien thing, who knows? But yeah, Greta Van Fleet. So I figured since we touched on that, let's touch on the real deal, Holyfield. I'm super happy about what I got here. This is definitely an OG copy, and it is amazing. It's amazing shape. I could not believe my luck. This guy, every once in a while, this thrift shop I go to here in town, every once in a while he gets some decent records, and most of the time they're in tough shape, and fortunately, this one is in great shape. All the windows, all the, you know how it's got the stencils up, all the windows are intact. It's got all the original inner sleeves, and yeah, I'm super happy with this. Hey, I dropped a 20 spot on it, and I didn't have a problem with that at all. But Physical Graffiti, Led Zeppelin. Yeah, there's Greta Van Fleet's good, but there's nothing like the real thing, and this is definitely a real thing. So this is their 6th studio record. It's on their Swan Song label, which I'll pull a record out and show the label. You've probably all seen it. This is a double album. When they were recording this, they had enough for a 3-sided LP, so they went back and grabbed some unreleased material from Zeppelin 3, 4, and Houses of the Holy, and added it to make a double album. And I'm glad they did, because there's some great stuff on here. Obviously, it's a hard rock record. It's also prog rock, rock and roll. There's some folk, so a little bit of everything here. The outstanding tracks on this, obviously, In My Time of Dying, Cashmere is one of my favorite Zepp songs. Trampled Underfoot. This is great. This was that they recorded this at the Headley Grange studio, so they had plenty of time to, and with the atmosphere, the informal atmosphere there, they were able to just, you know, experiment and just improv and put together just an amazing record. So, and the cover is killer. This is a New York tenement building in New York City, and on the other side here, there's actual interchanging pictures of, like, there's the members of the band are in there. Also Lee Harvey Oswald, Winston Churchill, Buzz Aldrin. Who else is in that bad boy? One of the popes. Pope! Does the Pope poop in the Vatican? Who knows? But yeah, real happy with this record. So, and I didn't get a chance to clean these. They are a little dusty, but there's no scratches on this at all. It's, like I said, it's a little dusty, but yeah, this is in great condition. I just need to clean these up a little bit, and yeah, very, very pleased with what I got here for my money. So yeah, I'm just not gonna mess with that right now. But yeah, so there's little vinyl finds. I got way more records I could be showing. So oh, I did want to do some shout out here. Where's my booklet? Hold on here. I'll be right back. Yeah, no edits here, folks. This is one and done. Anyway, I had some shout outs real quick, and then I'll cut loose here. This guy has actually been around the VC for a little while. He's got a lot of videos, this kid. Daniel Bonilla, Beatlemania 1799. This guy has got an amazing collection of records, too. Lots of Psych, lots of everything. Of course, with his name, he's obviously a Beatles fan. But he's got everything, man. You can go back and watch videos for days on him. He's in another favorite channel of mine right now that I'm trying to binge watch all his videos. It'll take me a while. Also, DJ High Noon, gonna give him a shout out. He just got 300 subs, and he's also throwing a contest together. I'll promote that a little bit. It's 5 albums with a common theme. Also, the second question on there was 3 memorable lyrics. Could be anything. So yeah, just he's left it open for anybody just to do whatever. So yeah. Also, Horror Biz, another guy I like to watch. I wish he'd come out with more videos though. I mean, he's got such great stuff. He's got a lot of cool soundtracks from like horror movies, but he's also got a lot of weird, like, oddity type stuff, obscure stuff. He's also got you know, he's got metal, he's got psych, he's got a little bit of everything too. So, and then there's another one. It's not a one that shows like, you know, somebody that sits down and shows records and talks about records, but it's Henry and then Henrik with a K on the end. Henry with a K on the end. Lots of, it's what it is he just posts records. Lots of stuff from the hard and heavy 70s, late 60s and 70s mostly. But yeah, I've picked up, or I've listened to a lot of great music because of that channel. So, and then also the return of Garner, Burps from the Swamp. Okay, this guy was one of the first, actually Vital Richie was the one that had a video the other day that said that Garner was back with a new channel called Burps from the Swamp. And when I first started watching VC videos a while back, he was one of the first channels and I just remember how he described this garage rock. He was like snotty, bad boy, like punk, you know, it just, you know, he really gets into like describing it. And I was just always so entertained, and I wish his old videos were still up so you could watch them. But yeah, I say go over there, check out his videos, subscribe, because he is somebody that has kind of went away for a while. I'm glad he's back. I hope he stays back. So yeah, Garner from Burps from the Swamp. So anyway, that's some shout outs that I just wanted to give. I know this video became longer than I really intended it to, but I'll probably be shooting that contest video for DJ High Noon. I wish I could. I don't kind of have the hang of all this yet. I don't know how to do the links and stuff below, but I'll figure all that out eventually. But yeah, I'm going to do that DJ High Noon contest, and I'll have another Vinyl Finds video, and who knows what else will happen. So there's always a contest every minute. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. Have a great night, and have a great day tomorrow too. And peace out, people.